Hey everybody, happy Monday. It's good to be here. I hope you've enjoyed the first couple of videos. I wanted to let you know that each week I'm going to be recording just a traditional yoga class on the mat, and that is going to range anywhere from 40 to 45, maybe even 50 minutes. And then I'm going to offer a chair yoga class, which will be closer to 30 minutes. Pilates fusion, which I'm going to probably stick to around 30 to 45 minutes for Pilates fusion, and then a meditation, which is usually about 5 to 10 minutes. So those are going to be offered every single week, and I will be hopefully sending those out to you probably Wednesday or Thursday of every week. So that's my goal. And please text me, write to me, give me feedback. If there's something particular you'd like, then just let me know and we'll make it work. So we're gonna do this particular yoga class much like the ones that I would like to teach ongoing in this format, which is intuitive and it's sensation-based. So I'm not a huge person on perfect posture, perfect alignment, perfect scenery. That's just not my thing. So most importantly, what I like to teach is how do you feel when you're moving on the mat, and what's your body trying to say to you, and helping you to see that the relationship that we build on the mat, we apply off the mat. So remembering that yoga is defined best as unity or union. So I want to welcome you to your mat in a way where you get to explore. So I will guide you. And today we're going to come into a really fun flow that it's probably the one that I come to on the mat the most often when I practice by myself. So I'm going to teach that to you. And again, it's about what you feel both physically and emotionally while you're going through this practice. So if anything doesn't feel good, just stop and pause and breathe. So I'm going to turn off my camera so that you just don't even have to worry about what you see. Instead, I would like you to just come to your mat with yourself, even close your eyes so that you're not distracted by things that are going on in your space. I know a lot of people are struggling with being home and like, where do I practice? And in my office and in my bedroom, the kids are banging. Find a place that's quiet, put a sign on your door that you want 30 minutes by yourself, and make that happen. So it's not about watching me do the yoga. I want you to come into your body and to breathe and to feel. So with that, I'd love for you to start on all fours today. So make your body into the shape where your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. You look like you're a table. And once you get into the tabletop position, I like to bring my big toes to touch and let my knees open a bit. Sink your hips back to your heels. If you like to have your knees close together, sink your hips back to your heels. Let your belly press against your thighs. This is what we call child's pose. So go ahead and find yourself there, and I'll be back. Just listen to my voice, breathe, and enjoy your time on the mat. So start to begin to settle in, finding a comfortable spot here in this child's pose. There's no right way or wrong way to come. If it's too much of a hip crease for you, just lift your bum up. We call this one puppy dog pose. Start to find a rhythm of your breath. Just feeling. Starting to deepen the breath just a little bit. Drawing in a little longer breath in and a little longer breath out. Start to creep your fingers out in front just a little bit further. And when your arms get long, push into your finger pads, letting your forearms lift off the mat. So the palms lift. There's a big push into the fingertips. And then walk your hands just a little bit more to the left. And then walk your hands back to center. And a little bit to the right. And then back to center. Go ahead and let your palms reconnect to the mat. Next time you breathe in, push yourself up so you're back in that tabletop shape we started in. Make sure the fingers are spread wide enough that the webbing between the fingers gets a nice stretch. Tops of the feet will be into the mat. And then start to draw a line with your nose up. Take a breath. And when you exhale, push against the floor and round your spine. Arch it. Tuck your chin. Then follow your breath. You'll inhale and lift your nose and lift your heart. When you exhale, round over. Just take a few cycles of breath here. We call this a cat and cow series. Just starting to find that rhythm. Maybe start to exaggerate the movement. And then maybe moving side to side as you also continue this flexion and extension of the spine. Maybe a side bend, look past your shoulder. So nice. Come back to all fours. Tuck your toes. Take a breath in. And then lift your hips up and back. Eyes will go to your toes, maybe to your belly. Find movement here. Body looks like an upside down V shape. It's known as downward facing dog. I like to bend a knee and press the opposite heel down towards the floor and then switch. Beautiful. Come back to that upside down V shape with the feet still. Bend your knees here and let them hover near the mat. Take a breath. When you exhale, straighten your legs again. Down dog. Try that again. Bend your knees. Straighten your legs. One more time. Bend your knees. And straighten your legs. Try walking your feet as wide as your mat. Take them maybe even off the mat. And then push your hips up and back. Heart goes towards your thighs. Just notice how changing the feet a tiny bit changes the sensation that we feel. Walk your feet back in just as wide as your hips. Shift your eyes towards the very top edge of your mat. Begin to walk your feet until you get to the top. When you get to the top, you'll be in a forward fold. From here, take your feet just past hip distance, maybe just a little bit wide. Then you'll bend your left knee a lot. Straighten your right leg and reach your right arm up to the sky. And feel that. Take a breath in. Right hand lowers. You'll bend your right knee now, straighten your left leg. Take a breath, left arm goes high. Take another breath. When you exhale, lower your left arm. Slide your hands halfway up your legs, take a breath. Fold extra deep here. Bend your left knee, reach your right arm high, breathe. Lower your right hand, bend your right knee, reach your left arm, breathe. Lower your left. Come up halfway, take a breath in. Fold extra deep and breathe out. Try that again. Bending left, reaching right. Closing that up. Bend right, reach left. Close it up. Come up halfway. Fold. Do that one more time. Now, after this halfway lift, fold really deep. Keeping your head last, arms last, begin to uncurl the body, come up to stand. Keep your feet as wide as they are, past hip distance, and come to stand. Lower your shoulders. Take your arms up high. You'll take a long breath in. Go ahead and catch your left wrist and pull it up and over your head to the right. Get a side bend. Come back up to center. Grab your right wrist. Pull up and over. Beautiful. Recreate length here. And fold over your legs. They stay wide-ish. Bend your left. Reach your right arm. Close that up. Bend your right knee, reach your left arm. Close that up. Take a halfway lift and a deep forward fold. This time, come up with more power. Inhale, reach up, maybe even look up. Grab your left wrist, pull up and over. Come back to center when you breathe. Grab your right wrist, pull up and over. Recreate length, inhale. Fold over your legs. Inhale, bend your left knee, reach your right arm. Close that up. Bend right, reach left, inhale. Close it up. Halfway lift, make space. Exhale, you fold. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, reach up, look up. Grab your left wrist, pull up and over. Find length again, reach. Grab right and pull up and over. Find length. Fold. Bend left, reach right, inhale. Exhale, close. Bend right, reach left. And close. Unfurl slow this time, coming up to stand. When you get to the top, exhale. Walk your feet in so that they're just underneath your hips, maybe even a tiny bit closer. Arms will go high. And you'll bend your knees as if there's a chair behind you. Arms will stay by the ears, unless your back hurts, in which case bring your arms down. So we call this chair pose. Take a peek down at your toes. Make sure that they're lifted off the mat. And then maybe consider bending a little bit deeper. And breathe. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Sweep your arms back. Spread your fingers like you're about to take flight. Settle on your exhale. When you inhale, reach up, stand tall, look up. Bend both elbows and exhale. Recreate length here, reach high. Fold over your legs. Palms will find the mat, feet will step back. Looks like a push-up. You can always modify to the knees or stay on the toes. Take a breath in here. When you exhale, lower your body to the mat, hugging your elbows tight to the sides. When you reach the mat, untuck your toes, press your hips down, tops of the feet down. And when you inhale next, peel your heart up, breathe. Exhale, lower your forehead. Let's try that one more time. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower your head. Tuck your toes, take a breath in. When you exhale, push yourself up and find downward facing dog. And breathe. Right leg's gonna lift high. Take a breath in. Three-legged dog, we call it. From this three-legged dog, go ahead and bend your right knee. Roll your hip to the right. Let your heart follow and get a stretch. So nice. Recreate length here. When you exhale, float your right foot between your hands. If you need to help it with a hand, feel free to help it. But now your right foot is between your hands. Go ahead and spin your back foot down, and you'll bring your body up. Arms will go lengthwise. We call it warrior two. To be looking at your right hand. Right knee is bent, left foot plugged into the mat. And breathe. Beautiful. Now flip your right palm up as if you're receiving something amazing or offering the world something amazing. Next time you breathe in, reach your right hand high and let your left hand fall. Take a long breath in. Spin your arms down to the mat like a windmill. You'll step your right foot back. Take a breath in. Lower your body all the way down. Peel your heart up. Take a breath in. Tuck your toes and find down dog and breathe. Let's try the left leg. You'll inhale, reach it high. Feel that. And try bending your left knee and rolling your hip up, letting your heart roll to the left. Feel that. Recreate length. Float your left foot forward between your hands and spin your back foot down. It's your right foot. Get organized in the legs. And start to bring your torso up. Arms will go lengthwise. You're looking forward past your left hand. Left knee is bent a lot. Right foot is really connected. It's called warrior two. Sink just a little bit. Notice your breath. And flip your left hand. Next inhale, left hand goes high. Right hand falls. Keep a nice bend in that front left leg. Take a breath in. Windmill your arms back to the mat. Left foot steps back, drop to the toes or the knees, you pick. Lower your body. Peel your heart up and find downward facing dog. And breathe. Eyes are going to float to the top of the mat and your feet will follow. When you get there, stay in a fold. Then take a halfway lift. A little deeper fold when you breathe out. Start to peel your body up to stand. Shoulders are lower. And breathe out when you get there. Arms will go high, big breath in. Have a seat in the chair. Bend your knees. Lift your toes. Take a breath in here. Sweep your arms back and breathe out. Inhale, reach up, look up, stand tall. And exhale, forward folds. A halfway lift of folds. Feet step back. And you move through that high plank to low plank, or you go straight to down dog. You pick. When you get to down dog, take a couple breaths. And we'll go again. Right leg lifts. Bend your right knee and breathe out. Recreate length on your right leg and breathe in. When you exhale, float it forward. On your inhale, come up to that warrior two, long arms. Settle down on your exhale, bend your right leg. Flip your right palm, inhale, reach up and reverse your warrior. And when you exhale, cartwheel your arms back to the mat. Right foot steps back, you'll breathe. You'll lower down as you breathe out. Peel your heart up, breathe in. Tuck your toes and find downward facing dog. Take a breath or two. And then when you inhale next, left leg goes high. Bend your left knee, breathe out. Recreate length, breathe in. Float it forward, breathe out. Spin your arms up, warrior two. Then settle on your exhale, bend. Flip your left palm, reverse your warrior. Cartwheel your arms to the mat. Now step back and breathe. Lower your body. Peel your heart up. Tuck your toes and find downward facing dog. Take a breath or two there. Eyes go back to the top. Feet follow. Halfway lift creates space. A deep forward folds. Reach up, rise up, look up, breathe. Bend your knees and have a seat in that chair. Settle on your exhale. Take a breath in. Sweep your arms back. Breathe out. Another inhale to reach and rise. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift creates that space. Exhale, fold. Make your way through that push-up or go straight to down dog. Breathe. I'm gonna take that flow one more time. Right leg lifts, take a breath. Bend your right knee, breathe out. Recreate length, breathe in. Let it float on your exhale. When you inhale, rise up, warrior two. Settle on your exhale. Flip your right hand, breathe in, reach right hand high. Cartwheel your arms back to the mat, breathe out. Step back on your inhale. Lower your body on your exhale. Peel your heart up and find downward facing dog. And breathe. Left leg lifts, take a breath. Bend your left knee, open your hip. Find length on your inhale. Float it forward on your exhale. Spin your arms up, inhale. Settle down on your exhale. Reverse your warrior, breathe. Cartwheel your arms to the mat. Step left foot back. Lower your body. Lift your heart. And find downward facing dog. Take a breath or two. Then lower your knees and come back to child's pose where we started. And drawing in a long breath. Beautiful. Let's rise up to all fours. Tuck your toes and find downward facing dog again. Shift your eyes to the top of your mat. Walk your feet until they get there. You'll be in a fold. Slowly rebuild the spine. Come up to stand. When you get to the top, you'll lower your shoulders. Close your eyes. And breathe. Go ahead and open your eyes just slightly. A soft gaze. We call it a drishti in yoga. Find something that's not moving on the floor, maybe a little speck of carpet, a grain of wood. Then take your arms out in front, palms face up. You're holding something nice. Then take your arms and open them to a T. Palms will stay up. Lift your right knee. So we've got sort of these airplane arms opening through the chest, and the right knee is high. Solid left leg. Take a breath in. Begin to take your right leg back. Keep your airplane wings wide. Start to become tilted at an angle, not parallel to the floor, because airplanes go up, not down. So we want to lift our heart here with our right leg back, standing on our strong left leg. Arms, wings sweep back, open. Next, inhale, bring the right leg through, bend it, reach it high. Then lower everything, including your eyes. Arms down, feet together. Open up your eyes. Arms go in front first, palms face up, like you're holding something nice. Now open your wings. Lift your left leg. Take a breath. And start to sweep left leg back. Push your heart forward. Keep your wings spread wide. Fly. Breathe. Next, inhale, left knee comes through, slow, gracefully. Then lower everything, including your eyes. Arms are going to go high. Take a big breath in. Exhale and fold. Find a halfway lift for length. And when you exhale, fold. Hands find the mat, feet step back. You can move through that plank series if you'd like, or just go right to downward facing dog. Right leg's gonna lift again. You'll take a breath in. Find that bent leg again. When you're here, see if you can stack your hips and really roll your right hip up and your heart to the right. Recreate length of your right leg. Breathe. When you exhale, bring your right foot forward, but it's going to go on the outside of your hands. So it's called a runner's lunge. Go ahead and lower your left knee to the mat. If your knee feels pressure here, feel free to roll your mat up just a little bit. Create some extra padding, or maybe have a towel nearby. Hands are on the inside of that bent right leg. So here's where we really need to find an understanding of our body and listen to sensation. For most of us, staying up on the hands is where we're going to be. Trying not to let the hip overextend open, but instead stay nestled in towards that right arm. If you know that your hips are good and that there won't be pain, you might lower to your forearms. Eyes are going to begin to close here. We breathe into the sensations. So we walk this fine line here of feeling a sensation where we know we're getting stretch and staying just on this side of pain. Think about that in life. How many times do we stay safe? How many times do we overstep the line and create pain? We find this sweet spot. What a beautiful way to practice it on the mat. So rather than just flying into this the way that you always do, where it's safe and comfortable, maybe adjust it a little bit. Staying just on this side of pain, understanding that the control that we have in our breath and in our minds is how we can withstand things that are uncomfortable, knowing that they're temporary, knowing we have our breath. Observing the thoughts, being with what is. Take a few more breaths here. And if you are on your forearms, come back to hands. Tuck your left toes. Use your next inhale to bring your right leg high again behind you. Three-legged dog. You might even want to bend your knee and get a hip opener again. And then eventually make your way to downward facing dog. And maybe this time you want to go back to the wide stance. We'll take the left leg. You'll breathe in. Bend your knee. Let your hip open. Your heart roll. And then a breath in to find length. Left foot comes forward to the outside of the hands. Right knee lowers without any judgment. Just know that each side of our body is very different. It doesn't have to feel or be the same as the right side. Hands are on the inside of your left foot. Right knee is down. Maybe you stay here for a couple breaths. Maybe you can know going down to your forearms now works in your body. Just be mindful not to overextend that left hip. Eyes can be down or closed. Shoulders might round. You become the observer of sensation, of thoughts. Breathing into what is. Letting your exhale let go. Begin to make your way back to your hands. Tuck your right toes. Use your inhale to bring your left leg up and back. Let your hip open. Find length. Left foot lowers. And you drop your knees to the mat and sink your hips back to child's pose. Stay for a couple breaths here. Just letting the body take in the practice. And then you'll begin to bring the torso up, swing your legs around. Go ahead and make your way to your back. When you get to your back, draw your knees into your chest. And then take your knees as wide as your armpits. Feel, squeeze. Go ahead and lower your feet to the mat. They'll be as wide as your mat and the knees will be up. Arms are to a T. I like palm face up. Reminds me to keep my heart open. So with bent knees, feet wide, take a breath in. And drop your knees over to the left. Notice that your head knows where to go. Knees will come back up to center. You'll drop them over to the right. Knees will come back up to center. Walk your feet in close. Let your knees open. Soles of the feet touch. Take your right hand and put it right there on your belly. And your left hand on your heart. The belly represents our will, our inner strength, our confidence. And our heart represents our capacity to love, to receive love, to be love. Beautiful reminders of being alive. You can stay just as you are. It might feel really amazing to lengthen your legs and bring your arms down by your side, palms face up. Eyes closed. And there's no tension in the jaw or between the eyes. The body feels whole, at ease. Sensation of peace and calm. As you begin to complete this practice, find gratitude for your time on the mat, for your body, and for your breath. Find gratitude for today, for this moment. And gratitude for who you are. And thank you so much for being in my life, for sharing time with me, your generosity, your love, your support. I greatly receive it, and I am honored that you would pick to practice with me, to share your love and your light. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you for practicing, and I will see you real soon. Take care.